Hey all, Chris Mystery Cleaning with the Far Coast. Not the most ideal of days today. One of my lads has he had a car crash a couple of weeks ago, a couple of months ago. He's aggravated his back injury, so he's now off. Yeah, I've done like 2 blokes worth of work today. You know, it is what it is, isn't it? When you run your own business, you've got to do what you got to do. So I had a question from, forgive me, I don't actually remember the name of the person that asked me a question in one of the comment sections in one of the videos that I've done in the past. Was talking about sort of what's the best way of sort of gathering that sort of commercial customer. Do you, do you pop in face to face? Do you email, or do you make a phone call? It can be quite, not bamboozling, but it can be difficult to sort of gauge how you reach out to sort of commercial customers and stuff like that. I think it doesn't matter whether it's a small sort of mum and dad type, corner shop, or if it's a multi-million-pound business with hundreds of staff. I think the principle remains the same, which is you need to speak to or get a hold of the decision maker. So if you go to a Mar and Pa kind of shop and you dive in there with your card, have a face-to-face with them, 99 times out of 100 they are the decision maker, or the decision maker is on the premises at the time, is available to have a chat with you. So yeah, small businesses, I tend to sort of just go in with a card, speak to them, get hold of the decision maker and ask them if they want the windows doing, yes, no, indifferent, whatever, and go from there. Bigger companies that might have a director, the director may not necessarily be on the premises day to day for the business. So what I would do is either speak to their facilities manager if I'm going to have a face-to-face. If I'm popping in having a face-to-face, then I'd make an appointment, speak to their facilities team, facilities manager, and go from there. The alternative would be, if you know the guy's email them directly and sort of advertise your services that way. And there's also LinkedIn. I've did a video about sort of LinkedIn and social media and stuff like that. LinkedIn is good, but don't make the same mistake that everybody else makes with LinkedIn, which is to sort of vomit all over the customer. That is to say that, well, we do this, we do that, we do the other, just should we sign you up, blah, blah. People buy from people. So if you come across as a personal kind of person, personable, and you're able to sort of have a conversation with people, then you find out what they want from their business, from their point of view, sort of find out their excuse me, needs and wants from the business, from a business standpoint, and basically sort of offer your services in such a way that they don't feel they're being necessarily hard pitched to or sold to. So as an example, what I would do is, would be sort of like, and I've done in the past, is I've seen local gyms and stuff like that, and the owner is not necessarily on the premises all the time. So I've gone in there and I said, you're right there, the local window cleaning company. Just wondering who cleans your windows. Speak to whoever's there, and be polite, be professional, treat them with respect. And then basically what happens is they might turn around and say, well, the boss isn't in today, he's back in on such and such a day, you can call in then. And I might turn around to them and say, right, well, can I give you my card, or give you a leaflet or something like that, or a brochure, whatever you've got printed? Can I give you this, and I'll call back in, whenever. I'll come back in a couple of days, kind of thing. That can work. Alternatively, you can be a bit more sort of bold, if you like, and just sort of ask the person you're talking to if is there does the director have a business card? Is there an email I can reach him on? And if they've got business cards, they might hand you one, etc., and all this sort of stuff. And if they do, then you've got their email address, then happy days. But from a LinkedIn perspective, you've got on LinkedIn, anybody that's on LinkedIn, everyone's profile is a little bit like Facebook for business people, or for businesses, for professionals, if you like. And if you go onto someone's profile, you can usually find their contact details on there sometimes. Especially if it's like a professional sort of email, or if it's a director, you can message them directly. But be warned, when you message them directly, be courteous, be sort of polite, and don't sort of cut and paste your pitch into a message and send it to them, because they'll just ignore it. Worse than ignoring it, they will look at you in a poor light, and it doesn't do you any favours in the long run. Have a good one, peeps. Let's just see you in the next one. All the very best.